Sean Spicer, fresh off of getting a invite, we critiqued his ridiculous performance at the Emmys. What's amazing about this though here is that like the whole joke at the Emmy. I mean, Sean Spicer is willingly going on to the Emmys on some level and being like, when I came out and I tiraded about how this was the biggest inauguration ever, and everybody knew I was lying and having a breakdown, and I looked all uncomfortable and bizarre and sweaty and squirrely. Like, I'm going up and joking about that because we all know that was bullshit, except for like, I don't know, maybe like a handful of, like the real, like that committed Republican cult. But here he is, a day after being, or within days of publicly satirizing one of his more comical and infamous lies and how he sort of like came out of the gate lying for Trump. Here he is on ABC News talking about lying for Trump.
Ever lied to the American people?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I'm cheating on my taxes.
Unequivocally, you can say no?
I look, again, you want to find something. I've not knowingly done anything to do that, no.
There's definitely not a question about cheating on your tax. He might be, I would stipulate, he might be the only member of the Trump administration who is honest on their taxes.
You'd think, I mean, I don't know. I heard these stories about how none of the networks are picking him up as a correspondent or whatever the hell.
Right.
And I sort of feel like they're just covering their ass because of the blowback with the the corporate with the Emmys, and eventually he'll be on CNN.
Yeah, he'll be. I mean, the other thing with Spicer is he's just not. I mean, he's not a comfortable like. He's a very uncomfortable television person to watch because he's so tense. All right. Speaking of the the thing about Sean Spicer should not have any rehabilitation. He should not have any TV gigs. He should not have any respect. He was a willing and tried to be an aggressive propagandist for this disgusting, grotesque administration. But I think part of what made him such comedic foil was obviously that he was so tense and uncomfortable doing it. Now, let's go to the opposite end of Trump world. Corey Lewandowski, who is a fucking scumbag, dude. He does not care. Also, I believe he's a fellow at the Kennedy School, and fucking Chelsea Manning got disinvited from being a fellow because Mike Morrell, who was involved in the Iraq invasion at the CIA, complained and whined about it. And also Brennan is there, and he was complicit in torture. So the Kennedy School at Harvard has Corey Lewandowski and intelligence operatives who were involved in invading Iraq and torture, but she had to leave because she exposed global human rights abuses by the U.S. and then was abused in prison before finally being released. And that's like the fucking moral arc of the universe, dude. Here is Corey Lewandowski at George Washington University. This was on the 19th. And you can tell here that Roger Stone and Paul Manafort were not friendly towards Corey Lewandowski's grift.
Campaign, which after I left, he lasted 8 weeks and 1 day. But look, I think if anybody, and I've said this, Paul Manafort, or Roger Stone, or Rick Gates, or Carter Page, or anybody else attempted to influence the outcome of the U.S. election through any means that's inappropriate, through collusion, coordination, or cooperation, I hope they go to jail for the rest of their lives. It's very simple. Our election process is too serious. Our democracy is too important to allow people to try and have influence from the outside for their own gain.
Oh, college students clapping for that? Are you serious?
They should have been laughing.
They should have been laughing. They should have been reading quotes from that new Daily Beast article about how his neighbors are suing him for threatening them with a baseball bat because of like some expansion he wants to do on his property in New Hampshire. Oh my God. And the only look, Paul Manafort and Roger Stone, whatever else you say about them, clearly we're like, this guy is a fucking moron. And whatever it is that we're up to, as we move into the more difficult stages of it, this meathead is not like, elections are too serious. Guy physically assaulted a fucking reporter. Paul Manafort never did that. He was just on his discreet global gangsterism. He never, are you talking about my secret briefing for Russian billionaires? Come here, you bitch. Corey Lewandowski on like some basic hustle. I hope he was getting paid month to month in automatic transfers because Trump was probably not even planning on paying him anyways. He's ready to go to the crowd. Assault a Breitbart reporter. Oh, my God. George, very poor form from George Washington University there. Sad. Pathetic.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos